My name is D-Locz, and you're watching Palamora TV.
These niggas gon' hate, no matter what you do. No matter. That's a hater job. What? This a hate on you. Let's get it. Yo, they hate on you, cause they wanna be like you. Ha! Fuck these niggas.
There's been a lot of people that are discussing and wondering what actually went on with your incident. Can you tell us exactly what happened?
So I'm at the crib, I'm washing up, and then I hear a knock at the door. Doo, doo, doo. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, like, oh, I think it's my neighbor, you know? So I go outside, I look, there's nobody at the door, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, well, he probably took off, because usually he walks off, like, or whatever. So I opened up the door. When I opened up the door, I still didn't see him, so I walked out, like where his apartment's at, and I looked, and when I looked, next thing I know, I got a gun pointed in the back of my head. And they're like, yo, give me everything you got. And I turned around, and when I turned around, I just see like two kids, you know what I'm saying, with bandanas around their face, you know, fitted cap all the way to the front like this, you know what I'm saying. I looked at the little guy's gun and I was like, yo, like, this is not happening. I don't believe it. Like, it's too early. I live in a fucking apartment complex. Like, there's too many like people like to try to rob me outside and you're gonna shoot me like in like broad. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is fake. Like, this has to be a joke. This is probably one of my friends or something. And I ended up pushing the gun with this hand. When I pressed the gun, the dude that had the gun on my head, I pressed his gun, and when I pressed it, it shot through. And when it shot, I guess the bullet like went this way or whatever. I just hear my ears just like ring. His other homeboy took off and jetted out, and once he shot off, he jetted out. Let me remind you, my door is wide open, you know what I'm saying? So if they really wanted to rob me or whatever, like, you know, he could have just like deaded me off right there. I ran inside and I checked my fingers were good, so I was like, all right, cool. I hear my neighbors already outside, like, what the fuck happened, blah, blah, blah. They called the cops. I ended up getting in my car. They jumped down in the ditch or whatever. And then I hear the neighbors saying, like, it was like 4 to 6 guys, blah, 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 this and that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get in my car and I go down and I'm whipping down all the way down the street and stuff into the ditch, like where the ditch ends or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there was more than 4 to 6 guys. I at least saw one of them. And I didn't see not one of them. Next thing I know, I just see like almost like 10 squad cars, a whole bunch of ambulance. They fucking had the helicopter and shit, like a whole bunch of shit. They kicked down my door and everything. I'm like, why'd y'all kick down my door? Well, we didn't know where you were at and this and that. I was like, what the fuck you mean? I was like, obviously you guys were talking to the neighbors and shit. Like, what the fuck? I was like, they're in this area. I was like, they're not in this fucking apartment. They're in this area. Have your fucking squad people go, well, what do they look like? I don't know. They just have fucking fitted caps on and shit. They're in this area. Just go look.
You said that they shot you with the 45, and the cops told you it was a 45. You had people telling you, oh, it's not possible because your whole hand would have been gone.
Yeah.
Can you explain how is that possible?
It's because it didn't go through. It didn't shoot through my hand. I didn't grab the pistol like this, you know. I didn't grab it like this. I grabbed it like this. So the barrel's right here. So it skeeted off through right here and cut through. So, you know, when I went like this, it shot through my hand. Like, the barrel was in my hand. It skeeted. It just like tore it up. People were like, oh, that's a flesh wound. Nah, this motherfucker was like deep in it. They shot my neighbor's door where I was at. Like, there's a big ass hole in the neighbor's like door, and they popped out the bullet and everything.
Now that you see your life in a whole new perspective, what are your plans for the rest of the year and, you know, for...
Man, push as hard as I can. Like, I can't let this stop me. I need to stay focused on this and just do this. Not just do this. Like, I want to do everything now. Like, I want to fuck with everything. Like, I want to put my hands on everything. My thoughts on it is just, man, I just wish the best for everybody. I have no hatred towards anybody. I don't wish revenge. I don't wish karma on the person that shot me. Like, I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm really happy to be here. And like, telling your mom that you almost died is the worst feeling in the world. And like, I'm pretty glad that she wasn't here to hear this. This is D-Locz, and this has been Palamora TV.
These niggas gon' hate, no matter what you do. No matter, that's a hater job. What? This a hate on you. Let's get it. Yo, they hate on you, cause they wanna be like you. LV up on my waist, put a hater in this place. He a chatty, patty nigga, please get the fuck out my face. I'm a boss right on white on white, booming this bitch like a dynamite. My nigga out here, we ain't selling no white. We from New Mexico, we sellin' that ice.